Holy crap. Next. 84. Give me 1 second, because I just got a notification from YouTube to verify it's me. All right, should be good. All right, that was weird. Okay, so that's straight. What up, Magnum? What's good, man? All right, we got a lot to talk about in this stream. I just had to settle some stuff real quick, but I'm gonna do what I need to do and let everybody know we live. All right, Dizzy Johnson, Trash in the building. Frank Daniel, what's goody? What up, y'all? What up, y'all? Wallace Jones, Ricky Slick, Kaz. But you need it for badges, which is exactly what I said in the video. What up, Tune? Cameron Upshaw. Yes, we out here. Jay White. What's goody? What's goody? The mailman in the building. Justin Mosby. Yeah, the mailman. I had a mailman named Justin Mosby as well. What up, Gamer Ryan? Fat Karma. Cayman Clutch. Louis G. Shoots bad. What's good, y'all? What's good, man? All right, man. So apparently you don't need acceleration on 2K24, which is wild to me. Now, there, I think folks will get away with it. The idea here is that if you can get away with it, you will. So there's other like mechanics, which I noticed in 2K24, that allow you to dribble unaffected, and these are tied to badges. I'm wondering if you limit your acceleration, like, you know how lockdowns out there, they get bumpy, right? You get that? They be getting bumpy sometimes. But for some players, they're not nearly as bumpy. And I noticed this playing my career against, say Luka Doncic versus somebody else, where on Luka, his moves are so slow, but whatever badge he has that allows him to avoid me clamping up on him, it works effectively. And I'm wondering if that has something to do with the acceleration, because there are some serious badges. I covered it in the video. There's some serious badges that are tied to acceleration, and some of them you can get with just speed alone. There's like 2 of them that you can get with just speed over acceleration. But yeah, I'm wondering how many people are gonna make new builds because of this. The idea is, if you for a point guard, yeah. What up, Stretch Pig? For a point guard, yeah, I heard the same thing. Dykeman City, speed is lateral quickness. If you're able to, for point guards, they don't necessarily need to dribble long. They just need to be going east to west, left to right, at a fast motion. So that's always been the key for point guards, is to be able to go fast, which is why, the left-right cheese even developed in the first place, is you want to misdirect the defender. Their goal primarily is to knock down that 3. So they need that space at the perimeter, and they need to be able to create it. I don't know if you guys will be making a mistake. I don't know what you guys feel. I just wanted to, physical handle seems OP. Yeah, I just wanted to touch base with y'all, see what y'all feeling about what they recently found out with acceleration, saying that acceleration is probably not needed as much as it was needed in 2K23. What up, Grayson? What's good? Wavy Shinobi, what up? I have 10 builds and every one has an 87 to 93 acceleration. You see what I'm saying? Shiesty said, I'm about to make a lock, 6-8 lockdown, and try using 80 acceleration. I think for a lockdown build especially, you'd be all right. Even though you got fast feet, isn't fast feet tied to acceleration? Is there another attribute that fast feet is tied to? Or I could have sworn it said and acceleration, or acceleration was like the only attribute. Why are they messing with the core game? Well, it's tough because I feel your pain, man. I feel your pain because, in 2K23, acceleration was much needed, hands down. And then they just throw us for a loop without letting us know. And that's where the problem is. It's like, we need to know these things, especially for veteran players. If you're a new player, so be it. Now, let me add this. Let me just say this real quick, before I even elaborate on this, because I'm speaking from y'all pain. I'm not speaking from my personal experience out there. I love my build. I've been having a ton of fun on my build. And I gotta say, man, you know, Zach Timmerman, he mentioned some, and I don't know if you guys remember this, but he was talking about these badges, and the idea is just go out there and play your game. And as you play, I'm gonna give you this. I'm only saying this. I'm saying this right here for a reason, because that was the goal for Zach Timmerman. Now, for me, I haven't prioritized targeting badges. I've been prioritizing developing my players overall. As you guys know, I'm going no money spent this year. That means no boosts, no money on VC to put on your player, nothing. Everything has to be done in game. All VC that I accumulate has to be made in game the whole entire year. And for that reason, I've been focusing on my gameplay. I've been focusing on like knocking down the shots, getting the right jump shot. And the reason why I'm explaining all of this is because I've noticed my player, which you guys will see in the clips after I compiled them. Right now I'm at 81 overall, and I got the clips for 75 to 80. For each one of those clips, you see me gradually, the compilation of clips, 63 to 70, 70 to 75, something like that, 69 or 70 to 75, and then 75 to 80. And you see my player progressively getting better. So maybe there's something to that, B. Because as I'm developing my player, I'm getting these badges at different levels, but I'm not paying attention to the badges. I'm just going out there and playing my game. And that's how I feel too, Keith Turner. I'm like, I don't know. I made sure there was a decent level of acceleration. I'm like, what up, Abstract? Yeah, 70% in the, yeah, I'm about 70% as well, Jay Witt. Or Jay White. I think it's pronounced Witt, but 75 perimeter defense is all he needs. AI Matrix. People just want to be able to cheese and are upset they can't. And I think that is something to do with it. Because I'm seeing some wild clips. I'm seeing some wild clips from ball handlers. And I don't know if you guys are seeing the same clips I'm seeing. But these ball handlers are locked up. And it's not every ball handler, because there's GOATs out there for sure. And I'm more so speaking on a 5v5 setting. I'm not speaking in a park setting where you have a lot of space. But I'm noticing that these ball handlers are locked up and they're making extremely poor decisions because of that additional pressure that they're getting from locks. And when I say locked up, I don't mean to say that they can't move and they're boxed, like bodied up. I'm more so referring to the idea that they're unable to take the shot that they're trying to take. I'm noticing that these ball handlers are like, it's pretty wild to me. It's pretty wild because I'm looking at these particular clips and they have the opportunity to shoot, but they want to go left, right. Like they're just, it's predetermined, left, right, left, right. Even though they already have the defender beat in the first move, they gotta come back the same way to the lockdown. And I think when you make that first mistake, that's it for you, Brody. That's it. Pass the rock. And that's how it should be, in my opinion. In my opinion. If the lockdown is not making the mistake, the lockdown is leaning you one way, don't undermine the defense. You keep dribbling and crossing over right in front of that lockdown, in his body. Just trying to cross over in his body. And I'm like, nah, bro. Nah. Nah, I haven't seen Tootie's video on acceleration. Yo, AC, how do you feel about quick drops off one being back when you hit a certain rep? Let's talk about it, man. Let me pull that one up first. Let me pull that one up, yeah. So we was talking, you said quick drops. All right, let's pull it up. Let's pull it up and talk about it. Solo tweeted this out. Quick drops off one. The 2K community knows that that's one of the most OP dunk packages out there. Gives you a great animation, damn near unblockable. Quick drops off one. is back on 2K24. Mike Wang sent out a tweet prior to the release of 2K24 saying RIP quick drops. And maybe it's just not as effective. What's the highest Excel you need then? I think that's the big question, Naze. I think that's the big question that we're going to try to get. The community is going to try to get these answers. First, the community needs to figure out how effective those badges that are tied to acceleration are. If you remove them, where are you lacking at? You get what I'm saying? So that's going to be the first stage, seeing if folks can really compete at the same level without those badges. And if they get that question answered, we'll be able to get an idea of the level of acceleration you need. So for instance, let's say you put 50 acceleration and you see your player moving like crazy, left, right, and he's still able to be extremely effective on both the shot and the drive. When a player is able to do that, of course, they're going to share it on Twitter, or they're going to share it with the world on YouTube. And then everybody's going to follow suit and put their acceleration to 50. But if it turns out that there's going to be trial and error. If it turns out that the players lowered their acceleration to 50 and it's too low and it's a noticeable difference out there, then they're going to raise it up until they see a specific badge light up. This is the process, y'all. So they'll see a specific badge and, they got to figure out like what speed booster, what level can I use it and be effective out of comp level. And when they get those numbers in, they'll share it, and I'll be sure to share it here for sure, I'll say my speed is an 80 with an 83 acceleration and I'm good. Yeah. It's need for speed booster badge. Yep. You got speed booster, you got fast feet on there. Yeah. What up, Sir Talks? What's going on? I did see we can pull it up, Tim and Tannis. All right, so we was talking about the size factors. Zach Timmerman was talking about the size factors, and we'll pull it up because I got it here. I was going to talk about it as well. So this big here, yeah, and you guys might want to hear this out. A lot of you guys ain't post scorers like that, but this is it here. This is what Tim and Tannis is referring to, if I'm not mistaken. You let me know if I'm mistaken, but I'm pretty sure that's it. All City Slim in the building said badges, thresholds for animations, dribble styles all play into what we see on screen. Yeah, it's facts. But the problem is that some people are able to make happen. So this is going to be the process. It's going to be, we know that they're tied to thresholds and there's so many things involved with it. But if a player can actually find the move set, the particular animations that allow him to move just as swiftly with acceleration versus the lack thereof, that's when big changes will come. But the community still, that's why I'd say hold. If you guys are thinking of making new builds, chill for a minute, Brody. One, we don't know if Mike Wang is going to look into it. Wait for this huge patch to drop. After this huge patch drops, we may have some leadway to get a better understanding of what we finna have, like what gameplay we finna have. But let's talk about this joint right here. Let me pull it up so I can see it clear myself. All right. So this is in regard to strength, y'all. This is kind of big too, pause. The 2K build guru, I saw him tweet this out. I didn't get this off of Zach. But Zach, like I said, the MVP of the 2K dev team, bro. That man, he really gives you insight so you could have a better understanding of what we're doing out there. Stuff that we should be receiving ASAP, especially prior to release. And I know they tried, but they need to try harder. Whether it needs to be like, take it back in the day where we used to have those game books for each individual game that told us every single detail of the game. There's too much stuff left in the air in 2K24 that leaves too much guesswork. But Zach Timmerman surely tried to help with that and says, Dope Reality sent this to Zach. Zach, I too have a heavy, small post scorer. Is there a reason why my 90 strength, he got a small post scorer that he put a 90 strength on, and a 96 post control, and Hall of Fame drop stepper struggles against an 80 interior, 74 strength, 6'6". Ooh, that is tough. I've noticed a 7 foot when my attributes against me kills me on a drop step. I hope that makes sense. So Zach Timmerman says size definitely plays a factor. He said he don't post up anyone that isn't playing small forward or smaller unless they ditched interior defense. But he goes on to explain the calculation, how 2K calculates this stuff. And he says it's 10% of the calculation because he's referring to strength. Dope Reality asked him, so strength doesn't really play a factor in drop steps? Zach Timmerman responded saying that it's only 10% of the calculation. 10% weight, strength, height, 70% post control for offense. For defense is 20% weight, 10% height, 40% strength. This is cold information. I really just glanced over it and saved it. I didn't even really, I'm reading it for the first time with you guys here. 10% lateral quickness, 20% interior defense. So the main factors for defensive, on the defensive side, the main factors are going to be weight, strength, and interior defense. And then you got some additional factors with your height and your lateral quickness, all playing factors when trying to attempt to guard the post. That's some great information there. I appreciate you reminding me about that. Yeah, for real, High Life. That's some really great information. You guys could screenshot that. Take a second to screenshot that if you need. Just cut me out so you don't have my face spreading all through the internet. There's already being spread. But it's stupid that you have to play 10 games just to join an affiliation. So I just did my own affiliation quest, and I think that got that done yesterday or the day before. My player is looking amazing, and let's go check him out. This is the acceleration difference. What you guys are looking at is the acceleration. One of these are a 71 acceleration, and one of these are a 93 acceleration. And I got to tell you, from what I know about the guards, this is all they need. This is what I know about guards. Now, unless you just moving left to right without this speed boost is like 50% slower than this, I think you're good out there, and that's pretty wild. That's pretty wild. Yeah, so I'm gonna pull up my player so you guys could see what my player is looking like these days. He's getting better with each passing day, and I'm having fun, man. I'm having fun. I'm gonna pull it up right now so you guys can see what I've been. I'm gonna use these live streams to kind of showcase my progress with this no money spent. Hopefully you guys could appreciate this, just to see, like, maybe you'll give it a shot next year and say, well, if he played like that, then what the hell do I need to be spending so much money on it? If you make the right build, you should be good money. Let me pull it up right now. This is 75, and there's clips of me doing the park. I'm gonna show you guys right here. Oh man, what the hell? I should have saved it in that background, but it's good. So yeah, this is it. I noticed a slight difference in the speeds. It might not be very noticeable, but probably makes a difference to the defense being played. That's facts. This is when I did my affiliation quest, because I had to get that done just so I could spin the wheel. And you guys see the green animation, by the way. I have a video on how to unlock all green animations, so keep that in mind, because the exclamation point is going crazy. I ain't gonna front. That joint. Salute to Shoot on Twitter, because man, he hooked it up. I did it as soon as I saw his tweet, and it was over with. I made a video on this in case you guys are curious about the green animations. You guys could check it out. But my player is knocking down shots. He's looking like a real shooter out there, which is dope. You get what I'm saying? This is from overall 75 to 80 overall. And this is him. He's working, bro. He's working. He's working. Go to work then. Clock in. I love to see it, man. I get excited when I watch these clips. I have a greater appreciation going no money spent. I ain't gonna front y'all. There's something very special about a kill like that. There's something very special about it. When you know you don't have boosts, and you know you haven't spent any money on the game, and everything has been developed through your hard work offline. Even online. I play a lot of online. And what up, Biddy Key? Does anybody know what my big man Bill can dunk near the basket, even though he has a 92 standing dunk? It might be your animation. It might very well be the animations that you have equipped. And pay attention to your feet when you're attempting to dunk. In other words, if your feet are not facing forward, there's this slow animation. A lot of people, they attempt to go into a dunk, but they're not paying attention to their feet facing the basket. Oftentimes it'll be like a rebound and their feet are facing outward and they attempt to dunk, of course, get put into a weird layup animation. So sometimes you just got to kind of sit still for a second and let your feet get set and then go up for that dunk animation. I think you'll see what I'm talking about now that I said it. Oh, what's my size ups? I'm killing out there, bro. I'm killing out there, Rowdy. I can't. I only have a set because remember I got to pay for these animations because you got to waste VC on these animations. So it ain't like I have a lot of animations to choose from. I can't record them right off rip. So I have to probably either pull it up in the next live stream or make a video about the animations I'm using. I made a defensive menace. I like my build. Yeah, how are y'all feeling about your build so far with all these changes? Do you think your builds are going to withstand the patch that's coming? By the way, the patch is coming early to mid-October, and I think they're going to mix it with the Season 2 update, if I'm not mistaken. I have a inside out scorer 6'8" is my main build. Yeah, I mean higher levels of competition when I say comp. That's when I'm saying, like, when I'm referring to comp, I just mean higher levels of competition. And I'm not talking about playing against one particular comp player. I mean playing against comp teams that are in it together. You know when you come across a comp team. Like, people be knowing. Yeah, inside out scorer is doing work. I mean, like, look at my player. This is a 75 to an 80 overall, just knocking down shots, bro. Buckets, buckets. And I struggle just like everybody else, B. You know, I'm not gonna put the struggling in these background clips because this is what I used to like share on the live stream and share in the background of my videos. But I struggle just like everybody else trying to get right now, as of yesterday and the day before, I've been shooting better than ever, better than in the beginning of 2K. Mind you, I brought this player out like 60 something overall. So I have to work on getting those percentages from the 3 line up. And plus, I'm not using no shooting boosts. But just for me to be able to compile a bunch of these greens here and a bunch of these shots to showcase shot selection, how that would play a part, showcase some skill like that. You know what I mean to say? Just little things like that to show, hey, you could pull from a bag. You get what I'm saying? And I think sometimes, like, I have come to a point where I forgot that, bro. I forgot, like, you could just when you're low overall out there trying to compete, you have to pull from a bag. You get what I'm saying? Like, there, you have to, else you're not scoring. So it forces you back into that mode, which is what I find really exciting about it too. I don't know what you guys think about it. My jump shot that I'm using right now is, let's get this right. Tron, All City Tron gave me the jump shot. You guys could go check him out on his channel, or you could type !Tron and his channel will come up. But it's JT Thor, Oscar Robinson, and I'm pretty sure this one's Sadiq Bey. I can't tell you 100% the blending, but did they hook you up with a logo? Man, deserve appreciate that, Colin. But nah, me and 2K, we don't get along too well. I doubt I'd ever receive a logo or any level of affiliation with 2K. I oftentimes speak my mind on what I'm experiencing from a player's perspective. Nothing against 2K. I don't agree with 2K's business ethic or business tactics, but I am going to have a lot to say. I am going to have, and a lot of the 2K community is not going to like what I'm experiencing so far, because one of my goals going No Money Spent was to find out if there's pay to win mechanics and how deep do those pay to win mechanics actually affect your gameplay when you're out there in a casual modes like the rec center. Over the last couple of years, I primarily play rec, so I wanted to figure out how deep those mechanics run for pay to win. In other words, me going out there with no boost, me going out there at low overall, I shouldn't be able to compete. I shouldn't be cooking like that. Shouldn't be cooking. But the fact is, I am cooking. I can score. And I got no boost. Something totally different, y'all. Something totally different than what I'm used to. completely different. I'm used to buying boosts every single game. Never playing not even one game without boosts. Never even coming close to running out of boosts. This is my mentality for the last few years playing 2K. Shock treatment. I said no money spent this year. No boost now. Let's see what happens. I thought I was going to be extremely frustrated. I thought that I was going to be unable to play 2K online. So that was my thought process, is like impossible. There's no way that I'm going to be able to compete without boot. Impossible. As you guys see, I'm out here. I'm shooting the rock. I'm always in our Discord, so I'm always available, you guys, because whenever I'm on the game, I'm in our Discord. So for the folks that think this is cap, I'm doing this all within our Discord. And the All City team can attest, because they want to get me boosts. They want to get me VC. They wanted me, you know? And it's like, nah, bro, it got to be done in game or it's not done at all. Come on, bro, it's been enough time already. Nah, bro, it got to be the whole year. No boost. Semper Reloaded with the $5 super chat said, watch out when building another build with a lower acceleration. That's how my build got nerfed last year, because they patched it mid-season. Interesting. Appreciate you sharing that, Semper Reloaded. But yeah, it's facts. I'd wait, yeah. I'd chill on making a new build just to lower your acceleration. I'd chill, wait for the patch to come out, see how it evolves. Wait a couple weeks after that and see how it turns out. Oshman Matthew says, something I learned from my team, you can cook with low overalls if you have a bag, like you say. So going no money spent and hooping with low overall is possible if you have the patience, like All City. And trust and believe, you need patience. You see, me missing my shots when I brought out my low, I'm hitting more shots now. But when I had my low at a lower overall, because right now I'm at 81, at way lower overalls, I was missing. There was times where we would be on the court and we have like Don on the court, All City Don, and he grabbed rebound after rebound and just pass it back out to me. And I would miss consistently, make brick. But it was a process. What gave me a little bit of patience is that everybody out here is bricking. Even players who put the boost on, even players who upgraded their player to an 85 overall and got them up even higher after that. Everybody struggled with shooting. And I just wanted to see if I can get past that struggle, no money spent. And I'm getting past that struggle, which is crazy. And I'm wondering now if it's really us. Is it really the 2K community who's just prone for the slightest edge on the game, because it's looking like a real slight edge to me. The slightest edge on the game to buy boosts. I got to tell you guys, which is something you may not like to hear. I understand that if our whole team goes no boosts or no money spent, that we'd be taking L after L. I get that. But as an individual player is what I'm wondering. From an individual player standpoint, with a team that's boosted up, a team that has good IQ, I just don't see pay to win mechanics. And I know you guys ain't gonna like that. I know you ain't, because I'm still in disbelief about it. But the fact is, I'm able to compete out there at a level that other folks with way higher overalls are competing. And man, I didn't know this was gonna be the case. But I'll save that for a later video. I'll save that for another time. We're still early in the annual cycle. We'll see how the game turns out. As of right now, I think a lot more people can go without buying boosts. I think a lot more people can just chill on the amount of money that they're spending. It doesn't seem that the boost doesn't seem as significant as I thought it was going to be. At least. It is what it is, bro. I really hope they don't nerf my build. I'm cooking, dropping 50 plus. You see what I'm saying? Because then there's different folks. Abdullah Sadiq say he dropping 50 plus and 10 assists. Now, for me, I can't go out there thinking that I could score 50 plus with my build. You get what I mean to say? So there's a difference. If that's your expectation to go out there and drop that 50 plus, then you're probably going to be needing boosts out there. Maybe my expectations are lower than a lot of other players. Us lowly paint bees just want to use the badge perk system. This game is always broken for paint bees. What up, Semper? Appreciate the $5 super chat and sharing your thoughts on the badge perk system. Somebody else mentioned this to me too. We can go into full screen. Somebody else mentioned this to me as well, seeing that they put their floor setter on a badge and it completely stopped the progression of their badge. Has that happened to y'all? If y'all could sound off. I went no money spent last 2 years. I'm paying a little this year, Augustine said. Yeah. Feels impossible to get 10 assists or get a 10s game and to showcase everyone picks the same people. If you played the strikeout event, you should have maxed out boosts and Gatorade. Well, I didn't play the strikeout event. Yeah. Dre the Great said I want a refund on my build. Folks are stressed out there. Folks are stressed out there because especially when big news comes out like no acceleration needed. I don't know if half you guys spent as much time as I spent on making a build, but I be in there and I look at every single attribute, and it's usually like you get the first sets, like the core base of your build done fairly quickly. But then towards the end, when you're in the 90 overall range, you start trying to finesse, and that finesse could take at least an hour or two to try and figure out where to apply these attributes to get the most out of your build. Are you doing for gym workouts and trying to do it perfect? Because I'm not sure if it's definitely worth the time. Hands down, Smooth. I just went through this process. Smooth, especially going no money spent. I noticed, I should have made a video about that actually. So last week I didn't get perfect boost, so I didn't have the additional blue bar on my player for the whole week. So it was immediately noticeable. In my career, it was noticeable because I just increased my GOAT tiers so that I could activate those GOAT tiers. I think they're called GOAT tiers, or I forget. You know, those little badges that you activate in game and offline. Well, when I didn't have that stamina, I noticed a tremendous difference. You really got to pay attention to that stamina. So I spent the whole week paying attention to it. And then this last week, I was able to get perfect workout again. And what a lifesaver. I said, man, that was a huge, huge difference with what you're able to do in regards to stamina with that additional turbo boost for completing your workouts. Perfect. Fouls and inside bump animations need to be toned down. There are a lot of foul calls, man. It's that whistle badge. Second I saw that whistle badge, I said, oh my God, why? You just passed Joel Embiid. I had to scrap my first build at level 63 because I set my driving dunk at 50 with a, ooh, yeah. I didn't realize that all center dunks require a 55 driving dunk. That's the key here, yep. It's the key here, man. Like, when you're making your build, you got to pay attention to those. It's not only thresholds for badges. Most important, well, another huge factor, I should say, is these animations. There's animations in the game that could turn you from a 0 to a hero ASAP. And for some reason, like standing dunk doesn't work on particular dunk packages, but it works perfectly fine on other dunk packages. It just sucks, man. I just wish it was universal, because if a new player to 2K, say he's not up, he doesn't watch YouTube, so he doesn't come to streams like this, or a new player doesn't follow up on Twitter to find out what's what, they're going to be stuck and so confused as to why one player is able to get an aggressive standing dunk and another player isn't. For contact dunks or even animations, it's frustrating. I wish there was more detail in the game that even new players can adjust quickly and learn it. You know what I'm saying? Will you be doing a video on jump shot visual cues, giving us an idea as to how they work this year? We could talk about it right now, because I do have some that I want to bring up. So yeah, we could talk about it right now. That is some, because I know that I mentioned this very early upon the release. It was one of the first things that I noticed, because folks kept saying like, well, you should choose this jump shot visual cue. And I'm like, nah, bro, it's not that simple, B. For each particular jump shot, you got to make it align to what you deem the necessary release point. So I want to reference this tweet from Black Cobra because he laid it out perfectly. I'm going to pull it up right now. Let me make sure it's there. Coster sent out this tweet saying, how do people time set point? It's so fast. Black Cobra responded saying, depends on the release blend. I make sure to blend it. Here, this is key, y'all. I make sure to blend it to where the cue to release is right when the ball is set above my head. Like 2-motion shot. It's basically early from last year. So the reason why I thought this was important, y'all, is because when you're choosing, although it is preference, you want to get it. For me, I'll sell it for me. I like this, similar to what Black Cobra said. I like to release it like right around this point. So he's bringing the ball up and I like to release it like right around that point. Anywhere from that motion, that up and then forward, just anywhere from that motion right there is where ideally, if I was looking at a visual cue, that's where I would look at. But not all shots and shot timing visual cues are built the same. They don't align. So when you're going into like your jump shot creator, let's say you put on a particular jump shot with a particular release. If you choose release, it doesn't necessarily mean that at the visual cue, how it looks to you, looking for a cue, is going to be at the point of release. So these are some of the, I appreciate you joining as a pro, 2K Steez. Thank you for joining. If you guys would like to become a member here on the channel and get a badge by your name, all you need to do is type !join. The link will come up and you could become a member and get a badge by your name as well. But the idea that I was explaining to you is when you're in the jump shot creator is, let's say you choose late for one jump shot, it may be considered late. But what you want to do is mix and match them together. Hopefully you understand that when you're in the jump shot creator, maybe continue to either lower your speed or mix your blending so that you, when you're releasing the ball, it's at your ideal preferred cue. And it aligns with the shot timing visual cue. Hopefully that makes sense. I know it's a lot to take in, but too many people are like, they're thinking that they can use set point on this jump shot and that jump shot. And it's like, nah, set is not what you're thinking when you choose that shot timing visual cue. The cue change. I don't know how to explain it. It's not like the cue changes, but the release point may not be aligned with the cue you're selecting. The green point, I should say, may not be aligned with the cue that you're selecting. That's the best way to phrase it. Stephen Wolf, what up? What up, Deshaun Million? What's goody? Yeah, so you want to make sure that your green point, the millisecond that you're targeting, is aligned with the release point that you're looking for. And that's going to have to be working with your actual releases and blending them. Maybe even slowing down your jump shot or speeding up your jump shot so that it aligns with what you deem is a necessary release point. I keep stressing that to folks. Hopefully you guys get that. I've been trying to stress this from the beginning of the year because I kept hearing players say, yeah, just put this release, it's goated. And I'm like, nah, you don't even know what jump shot he's using. How are you going to tell him to put that release? You don't even know what jump shot. You don't even know what he prefers to release at. First, when folks are asking you for your jumps, first thing you should say, well, where do you like your cue at? What are you looking at? Is that when you're looking for somebody's jump shot, it looks smooth to them. Say, homie, where do you like to release the ball? And they should tell you, you know, wherever their release point. Ideally, it'll be like right at the peak when he's coming up. You know, you want to release it there. Or when you release the button. And if they tell you that, then you could work with that jump shot. Say, all right, cool. It'll work for me. Lowski, what up? I appreciate you, No Cap. Been trying to find a good video as to which workout you should do, because you know if you mess up, it's over. So I do the medicine ball, and then I do the big round ball. I forget what that's called. That's fairly easy. And then I do both ladders up top, and then I do my my jogging, my treadmill. Did I miss the explanation on why we don't need acceleration? It's not necessary. Well, I could pull it up. Let me show you. I'm gonna show you guys right now. Give me 1 second, I'll pull it up and I can show you why they're saying we don't need acceleration. Where did I put it at? Clips, acceleration. Okay. One of these from top to bottom is a 71 acceleration and one is a 93 acceleration. They look exactly the same. They're not the same. If I move my webcam up, let me move my webcam up so you can see the indicator that they're not the same. You see the on the left side, you see the two different banners. So they're not the same exact clip, obviously. But you can't tell the difference between 71 and 93. So this video is what's having people think that you don't need acceleration, but there may be some underlying factors involved, like badges tied to acceleration, that may show the limitations of going low acceleration. So something to think about. Yeah, if you mess up your workout close app, that's what most people do, but I don't. I don't close app. I just don't even want to spend the time loading back in that, and I end up paying for it the entire week. I'm gonna try not to mess up again. If it don't matter now, this might be a bait. Be careful. They can drop a patch anytime if they see a lot of people making builds with no acceleration, just so y'all can make another build. Be aware. Thank you for sharing that, Waju, because it's right. Chill, broski. Chill. You are not. Listen. Their 2K ain't giving you no trophy, Brody. You wasted money. Nah, chill, bro. Chill. Don't make the build yet. So you're the only member. You're paying 2K for this, these bragging rights. Just keep that in mind. You know, if you're out there, you're looking for bragging rights because when you go to school, you finna show out and say how you be killing on 2K. You pay for that, Brody. You paid for the bragging rights. You didn't. It's not really fully earned. You're paying for it. So keep that in mind, man. Wait for them to drop a patch, bro. They're gonna drop the patch soon. It's coming early to mid-October. It's gonna be a gigantic, game-changing patch because they're trying to do everything in that patch. So if I was I'd chill and wait. Enjoy the game for what it is right now and see what it looks like after that huge patch. You can't drop acceleration too far. It automatically ties into speed. Facts, yeah. I think, most folks understand that. Stephen Wolf with a 199 super chat said, you got any clutch jump shots, my boy? 89 3-point. Well, I'm using, like I told the homie earlier, I'm using JT Thor, Oscar Robinson, and Sadiq Bey. I can't recall the blending, but that's the jump shot I'm using. There's another jump shot that I learned about, Gordon Hayward base and Troy Brown release. That's another jump shot you might want to look into. Zidane Dada in the building, Chosen in the building, Tron in the building. What up? I need that driving dunk meter patch. Yeah, facts. That driving dunk meter is something else. It's like they said green or miss. They should have just said you missing or driving dunk meter dunks. But they're gonna open it up and watch it become OP, B. Watch that. I thought acceleration is about defense of not having the ball, having the ball speed with ball kicks in. No, yeah, that's exactly right. That's what it is now. It's speed. And it looks, that's what they're trying to say, that acceleration has nothing to do with your ball handle, but we're still in the early stages of this thing. And as we get more information, I'll be sure to share that with y'all. We're still in the early stages of this discovery. So let it play out. We're going to see how folks are able to adapt and what's going to happen. For most players, they're going to end up making new builds with that low acceleration and showcase how they compete. So you should be seeing more videos coming out saying this is what I'm doing with a 50 acceleration or whatnot, you know, a low acceleration. Deshaun McLean, with your experience with 2K24 so far, would you say, hell yeah. Would you say 2K24 is better than 2K23? Hands down, not even close, in my opinion. I know a lot of you guys may feel differently, but I was not a fan of 2K23. I'm ranking it as one of the worst. It's gonna go down as one of the worst, in my opinion, right there with 21 and 18, right there. That's just my opinion. I know a lot of you guys may feel different. It might be an unpopular opinion, but I'm holding true to that. I did not enjoy myself on 2K23, but I am loving 2K24. I am really enjoying myself, having fun out there. Regression, it was recreased. Regression is an actual word, by the way, Tron. I know this may be one of those moments, but regression is the actual word. The word that you said, that you attempted to use, was recrease. That's, I don't think, oh, maybe somebody got to go to Google Translate or some, pull out a thesaurus, some to see if recrease is a word. that was hilarious, bro. He said resurgence, the reassurance. I forgot what the hell else he said. English is Tron's 7th language, so he has trouble with that. You know, he doesn't use his vowels. He be just straight leaving vowels out of whole sentences, and we'd be like, "What the hell did Tron just say?" Oh crap! Like, how you say a sentence with not one vowel? Oh, nah, he meant recrease. He was dead serious. He meant recrease. He was so sure in his conversation. Oh, that was good. They are gonna patch some stuff. I'm glad to hear that you feel the game is better than 23. I'm inclined to agree. But when you say the current state of the game is worth the price tag, I honestly don't think no game right now is worth the $70 price tag. But considering that that's like the new standard, or quickly becoming the new standard, I think the price tag is worth it. I only paid $70, and I think I'm getting so far I've received more than $70 worth of fun, especially when I compare it to how much I paid for previous games over the last 3 years. And when I match up the fun factor, not even close. That's recap. No proof, Elon. Oh man. Yo, do you like the badge regression? So again, you know, in regards, Nola asks, yo, do you like the badge regression? So I'm trying my best to stress this, like, just to show you, I don't pay attention to badges. I'm dead serious, not paying attention to badges, bro. I can't even tell you which badges I have, silver or gold. I know my finishing badges are getting up there now, but I just mean to say, Zach Timmerman, he mentioned this. He said, well, you know, the badges are additional benefit. Just play your game. I didn't necessarily take his advice. It's just that my players are low overall. So my goal right now, my mind is more so focused on getting VC and increasing my overall. So adding those attributes to the places where they're supposed to be added. So I haven't yet transitioned I do glance in my badges every now and then, but I haven't transitioned to the point of worrying if they regressed or worrying if they progressed. It's just, I'm going out there and I'm playing. I'm dead serious, yeah. So I gotta say, considering how my player is progressively getting better, with that in mind, I think the progression and regression system, especially after the adjustment, it was done really well. That's my opinion so far. Maybe when I get my overall up and I start like focusing, I start prioritizing different things, I'll be able to notice some of the things that you guys are probably noticing now, but I haven't gotten to that point yet. There's still badges in the game. Oh yeah, Don, yep, there's still badges in the game. Don has the Spanish version, the BX Spanish, the Bronx Spanish version of 2K. I know they only sell those on Fordham, and they sell them, they're $19.99. So on Don's version of the game, he doesn't get badges. It's like 2K24, Telemundo, something like that. NBA 2K24 Telemundo, and it has like a big BX on it. But on his version of the game, he don't get badges. So this is why he was asking. Because I kept telling him, get the real version of the game. He's like, nah, bro. The Telemundo version is goated. I didn't understand why. He seems to like it, yeah. It's right there on Fordham, you get it. He said, I have the Toonie version. Como se dice, my game came with a Plátano masher. Oh, good vibes today. Good vibes today. Yeah, he got it off Canal Street. Facts. He got the Canal Street version. How you say that with a straight face? I'm laughing inside, Jamal. I'm dead laughing inside. What's the trick to speed boosting? I got silver speed boost badge, but can't seem to trigger any of the moves that make me speed boost. All right, so I learned over the last couple of days, I've been in the lab, right? So I've been trying to practice some of the dribble animations, and I wish maybe tomorrow's live stream, I'll pull up. I'll make sure I pull up with the Elgato on, so that way I could show you guys some of the animations that I have. But I'm really loving the speed boost animations. They're pretty dope, and it's primarily based in the dribble animations that you have equipped. This little snatchback, oh, I don't even know where I'm pulling it from, but this snatchback, let me see if I could pull it up, matter of fact, because I'm pretty sure I got it here. This is this, because I'm going to show you guys exactly what I'm referring to. Maybe you guys could tell me where it's pulling from. I think it's John Wall's joint. It could be John Wall's joint. Let me see. I want to, no, it's not in here. It's in NBA 2K24. There we go. Highlights. When I show you guys the clip, then you'd be able to tell me where exactly I'm pulling it from. What up, Clutch? What's good? How you get those green Kobe Nikes in the store? I was struggling with 2K sneakers, and I just the regressed version. So let me show you guys the snatchback that I'm talking about. I don't know when it's gonna play out, but I got that animation there from Bulldozer. I think it's coming right here. That snatchback right there. That snatchback right there. I don't know where it's coming from, but I just hit the lab and I usually start in the lab with left, right, and see what left, right with no trigger gives me, and then left, right with the trigger. What does that give me? In 2K24, a lot of your like aggressive combos, and I forget what the other one is called, just by hitting up on the right stick will start a dribble combination, and if you hit turbo and up on the right stick, it'll start a different dribble combination depending on which one you chose. And you could work on speed boosting out of those type of animations. There's moves like the behind the back you just saw right there that give me a boost forward. So I went into the lab and I started paying attention to the animations, and I chose the things that looked fastest on screen. There you go, the Aaron Fox. John Wall has the best step back seg. Okay, there we go. So I could tell you what I'm doing here is, ideally with some of these animations, I'm either going left, right. I hit left, right, and I watch the animation play out. I got Kevin Durant on for one of these animations right now. And then I hit down when I see a good escape. And that down gives me that little snatchback. But I wait to see where the defender's at so I could decide when to trigger that down animation, that escape animation. Now my next goal is to find a nice speed boost forward out of that animation, or another misdirection out of that. And so this is how I approach the dribble animations. And when you're limited out there, I think you have a greater appreciation for stuff like that. What point of playing we lose badges? Well, I'm not losing badges. My gameplay is steadily increasing with each passing day. Separation and speed is crazy. Big facts, man. Another one. Here we go. Bam. So I'm right now, you guys are watching me in the process of learning how to do these dribble animations. And just last night, I was like finally getting it. Just last night, I was really triggering. I felt like the defender, I had him beat. I didn't. Where during this gameplay you're seeing now, it was more like guessing how to trigger the animations. Now I feel like I got it. So I'm gonna be saucing up quite a bit out there. Yeah, if you're losing badges, you aren't using them, so you don't need them in the first place. There you go. Thank you, Heck. And that's why I don't think folks are understanding. And it didn't make sense to me initially. But being that in my gameplay, I'm not sacrificing. There's not the things that I want to do in my gameplay, I'm getting done. So that's what I really like about it. And I made sure my build had the capacity to get what I want to get done. And this is why I said when you're starting your build, it should be based on a play style. And this will help you allocate your badges on that play style. And I know I'm probably, a lot of y'all are probably like, oh, hell nah. That's a bot mentality. It's not, bro. I'm shocked with how smart 2K24 is. I'm shocked, y'all. Because ideally, and we know this in our previous experiences, you can't make a build based on your gameplay because the thresholds and the animations tied into those thresholds, they make sense and wouldn't get what you want to get done. So you had to target completely different animations and fall into a meta play style. In 2K24, I am not seeing that so far. You don't need to fall into no meta play style. You can play how you want to play and apply those attributes accordingly. This is what I'm experiencing so far. I love my build. I'm having tremendous fun, as you guys see in the background. 2K has a tendency to have hiccups and making a lot of players reduce playing by changes and patches. What season do you think the other shoe will drop? So you guys know I was skeptical, right? You know, I thought by now we would have saw a downward trend in 2K's gameplay. If history told us anything. But the way the devs are staying connected, it's almost like the dev team, I feel like there's something different going on, y'all. I feel like the dev team, one, is they hella connected with the community more so than they've ever been. And there's multiple devs out there connecting with the community, giving insightful information and not just vague statements. There's something very different about the energy, y'all, between the devs and the community. You still got some idiots out there who go at the devs' neck like they're not even human beings and they try to curse them out. And then I'm paying attention to the responses from devs and they actually just answered the question. Even though the dude was hella disrespectful, I would have probably slapped the crap out of him had he talked to me like that. But the devs understand that it's about the community. So I'm seeing something different. I'm seeing something very different. With that being said, what I'm thinking and what I'm hoping for, fingers crossed, is that they do not mess it up this time. They're so on top of everything that I'm like, damn, if they mess it up this time, I'm almost going to feel like it's done intentionally. And I'm going to have those receipts, B, so they can't mess it up. If they do mess it up, I'm going to have all those receipts that showed acknowledgement of everything they're supposed to fix. And we'll talk about it when that time comes. What happened when they got rating back from IGN? Nothing happened. They kept pushing. Guys, is Dunk worth it? I feel I don't need it. No, Dunk is worth it. That's one thing that I've noticed as well. I'm still working on increasing my driving Dunk to 96. But when I got it to 89, I noticed tremendous differences in my dunking animations. The strength and where I'm taking off, how I'm taking off. My player right now is dunking better than a lot of players out there. But I still want him to get that. I want that like limitless takeoff feeling that we had last year. All City has everything. Yeah, big facts. I got everything documented and I got them. I went through it today. All my screenshots, I renamed everything so that I could quickly reference them. Because last year I wasn't as organized. The game is getting boring to you, Weston. I recommend finding some players, to run with and increase the challenge. Maybe try out for the Lunatics. You guys know we hosted tryouts last week and it was tremendously successful. Maybe if you're getting bored out there, try something new. Centers are loving this game. The dunking is weird this year because you don't get your dunk animation consistently, just like the shooting. It's facts. There's times where I thought I was gonna take off, and I end up finishing, but it finishes in a layup animation, and I thought I had the trigger pulled down. My layup is on the default. That's how I got that animation off the default. It's Smooth Productions with a $5 super chat said, you think at 6'8", a 95 close shot and a 91 layup, no dunk is good enough to be successful in park and rec with a high strength for Hall of Fame finisher? I think it is. You can be. Layups are OP this year, man. You can get that flow game and start incorporating that flow game like crazy. With all the other layup badges, you might just very well be OP. But for a 6'8" player, there's some that I can't go without having that dunk on. Not for 6'8". I don't know. I think you run the risk. It's going to take a lot of skill. If you're up for that challenge, it's going to take a lot of skill. You got to think about the fast breaks where you're going into a layup animation and there's a chase down artist trailing behind you. That layup is going to get spanked off the board. It just takes a different style of gameplay. It can be accomplished, though, is what I'm getting at. I know it can be accomplished. The next tryout might be this weekend. I will let everybody know in our Discord if the next tryouts are this weekend. If you guys want to try out, you're looking for players to run with on 2K24, type !Discord in this live stream chat. The link will come up and you could join our Discord. We're pulling up on 30,000 members, yeah. We'd love for you guys to be a part of it. If you want to get added to an exclusive group of players that have a high aptitude and a high IQ, then you can try out for the All City Lunatics, which we host in our Discord. There's over 100 plus members on the Lunatics right now. And there's levels to this because if you make it to be a lunatic and you prove to be that good, then you can go the additional level of getting on the Maniacs. And the Maniacs are like top tier. They're ready for all sorts of smoke. And we want to increase both groups. So if you want to try out, join our Discord. They just posted the link to Discord in the chat right now. I hate the fluctuating green window on layups. Man, I haven't been able to time. My layup is low though. I'm starting to increase that's my next attribute that I'm working on. So I'm starting to increase the layup and I want to see, I should be finishing way better with the layups. Because I'm finishing really well offline with the layup animations, but online I'm getting some nice kills like that one right there. And there's just more that I get, but I end up smoking the layup. Like this layup right here is beautiful. Oh, they need to fix the out of bounds. So they are going to fix the out of bounds sensitivity. Mike Wang is aware of it, which we'll go into right now. We could talk about that as well. Mike Wang did acknowledge that they're going to fix the out of bounds with this right here. Move this up. So Rio has sent this to Mike Wang, and it was an out of bounds call on the right side of the court, the bottom right, well, the top right. He had received the rock in that corner, and the dude jumped in the air, and on that jump, it pushed him out of bounds. He told Mike Wang to fix this. That's what the clip showcased. And he told Mike Wang to fix it, and Mike Wang put the OK symbol on there. So it is a problem. It's way too sensitive. What up, Jim the Judge? You get about a 20% boost to your shooting. What it do? Salute and blessings to you in the chat. Appreciate that, Jim. Salute to you as well. I'm 6'9". Why does he look small? Oh no, you don't actually. Oh man, that was a new one. That's the first time I seen that. You don't actually spell out the word ! Discord. That was a new one. That's a brand new one. That's a certain special. Robert Youngman, salute to you. you type the actual character, the exclamation point character, and it's Discord, DISCORD. That's a new one. Wow, that's cool. All City never fails to fill me up with 2K knowledge. Yes, sir. Hey, yo. AC, someone just discovered a maximum overdrive badge perk. Oh my God, I gotta check into that. I gotta check into that. That's wild. On that note, yeah, we are well over, and well, we are over an hour in. You guys know I like to leave within an hour or so on the live stream. If we get any other pertinent information, I may even consider going live again. If not, I'll catch you guys on the next video or live stream. You have a safe and blessed one, yeah. Easy.